And welcome back for the final game of day number 3 here in Odiveresh for the Super European Goalball League Champions League. We're a bit ahead of schedule, so we're starting this final game early, and it's going to be getting underway in a moment's time at 7:45. That is 15 minutes ahead of schedule. It's been a long day, it's been brilliant goalball, and we're into the final game of the day between Old Power and Lyon. Here we go, final game of the day here in Odiveresh. So just to quickly introduce to you the Old Power team. Number 1, Stephanie Bonik, number 5, Ilva Kapila, and number 7, Susanna Harme. And for Lyon, the starting 3, Oldrey Balkia, number 5, Kuriakos, and number 6, Miriam Elgahusi-Buelia. So ahead of schedule today, the organisers were demanding that we could be ahead on time for today. We finished about an hour late last night, but we're on schedule. In fact, we are even in front of the schedule for this one. And for one final time today, I've got Zhao next to me for this one. Here we go.
I'm back. I'm back.
Ready to go? Final game?
I'm still on my break time because this game was booked for another hour. No, just kidding. Because at the same time, the teams are really tired. If they can put the time against them, or they can have a little more rest. Maybe tonight they will rest, and tomorrow we'll have better games. So,
well, it was a case that I believe the two teams were ready to go, and they just felt that there were an extra 15 minutes. They might as well get started.
Yeah.
Both teams are eager and prepared and wanting to play.
and what can we expect from this game?
Well, at the moment, of course, if we just take a quick glance at the table, of
We
course,
have
Lyon
Lyon with 0 points.
0 hunting for points, and
Old Power trying to get the 6 points to get to Sporting.
And of course, Old Power, what's been impressive about them, of course, they are a bit like Moscow GT, where they only have the 3 players.
No, Sporting is already with 9. Because they played 3 times, 3 wins, 9 points.
And it's an opportunity maybe for Lyon to try and grab their first 3 points of the competition. As for Old Power, they want to try and double their tally.
Now I do.
Off the post and in, it's the first goal of the game. Old Power
And the first
take
goal.
the lead. Well, they may only have 3 players, Old Power, but the energy that they have is absolutely incredible.
Just in front of us, Marcia Ferreira with a big smile.
She was, and I'd love to ask her about the green card incident where she used her media pass. There were smiles everywhere for that one.
Will do, will do.
So I think they just thought the clock was against them on that point, so they just wanted to get rid of the ball.
Slow game.
Yeah, a real slow tempo to the game, and nothing too drastic.
They are still measuring up.
Stephanie Bonick, the number 1, looking to go for the corner. Brilliant one-handed
And
save.
the second time that we have the ball in the...
Not as
No.
much as yesterday.
No, I think that the aiming it's better at this time. Or our commentary is getting better.
Well, that's a good sign.
Yeah. Don't forget that today we got pizza. And with pizza, the commentary goes up in the air. So, who's watching? Samir, are you there? What are your expectations for this game? I presume that you're cheering for Lyon. And we have great view for the technical bench for Lyon.
Yeah, the
And
three
they are
coaches.
They are really secretive now. I think they are planning something.
Yeah, the three of them are just huddled together. Andre, Nabil and Farida, the three coaches on the
timeout.
touchline. Timeout. Well, maybe that discussion was in preparation for this
What
timeout.
are we gonna say to them? Samir said, "Aye, Samir. How's Marseille? Hot, cold, sunny? At this time, probably not sunny. Dark. My crew says dark.
I think that's about right.
We'll check with Samir." No, he says, no, city of light, a lot of LEDs, LEDs.
Well, what a brilliant day it's been. We've had lots of drama, entertainment, comebacks, great goals, big finishes. With the start of the Women's Champions League. Oh, and it's going to deflect in. It's the second for Old Power. Brilliant work from the
Samir
team
says
from Finland.
it's hot.
Not surprised.
South of France. There could be worse things in life.
Sounds delightful to me. Although, I don't think there's many places better in the world than right here in Odiveles.
I wouldn't change it for the world.
Absolutely. And what a day and what a tournament it has been so far.
Quiet, please. Play. Fish them out, equipment check.
These are crazy. They are crazy.
So can... No points on the board as of yet, but they find themselves 2-0 down here inside the first 5 minutes. Oh, and it's fumbled, but thankfully, in terms of Old Power, it's fumbled wide of the post. Oh, good double save as the ball just trickles wide, but they finally grasp onto the ball. And it trickles in perfectly into the corner. It's 3-0 to Old Power.
3-0. 6.5 minutes to go in the first half.
We've seen comebacks before already in this tournament.
And he's getting darker outside and colder inside.
The doors are being shut. Keep the heat in. Good block by the centre. Number 8, Louise Ronde-Pierre, the central player for Lyon.
And we're going to see some changes on the team from Lyon.
Oh, and it's a fourth now for Old Power. And they're starting to really assert their dominance on the game.
They're gonna a replacement. 5 leaves. And
So Kuriakos comes off and
4
replaced by
enters.
Nadish Bethier.
so Old Power is trained by one of the best players in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Erki Minela, who is the all-time top scorer in the Men's Champions League, over 400 goals, international as well. And you expect that this advice and this coaching would be so valuable to these players.
Even full crowd, because at every stop he's always sending information and telling them stuff. We have been seeing this all over the day.
And I'm sure he's learning as a coach as well, which is, I think, a crucial part to why he is on the coaching staff for these games.
It's really hard for Lyon to push the boundaries on a team that is defending so good as Old Power.
Yeah, as a collective, as a whole, they are attacking and defending really well. Oh, it's just tipped wide. What a crucial save that is. Berthier, number 4, playing on the right, just passes it round the post.
Eight o'clock in Lisbon, and we need to explain to our viewers that yes, the game is going and there are only less than 4 minutes in the clock. We started a little bit earlier after a voting through the teams and the referees to postpone the game to 15 minutes. So we are playing around 15 minutes. And the score is 4 to Old Power, 0 to Lyon. Do you want to make a brief resume, Bradley, of what is happening?
Well, at the moment, it's Old Power that are in control at the moment. It's not been the most sort of blistering, high-paced of games, but Old Power have really taken the initiative. And of course, have the likes, as we were mentioning earlier, of Minilla, who are guiding this team all the way.
What did just happen?
Bit of atmosphere from the benches.
Então, Marlene, o resultado está 4-0 a favor do Lyon. Aliás, perdão, 4-0 a favor do Old Power. O jogo vai com aproximadamente 9 minutos. Faltam cerca de 3 minutos para acabar a primeira parte. E começámos um bocadinho mais cedo porque as equipas chegaram a acordo com a arbitragem para começar um bocadinho mais cedo, uma vez que o jogo do Sporting acabou particularmente rápido contra o IK do País Basco, Espanha. I'm telling Madalena Marlene what is happening. She asked, what's the result of the game?
15 seconds.
Meanwhile, we are having a timeout. And White out.
Oh, it's a good save. Just having to just move to her right.
There's a
Susanna
wall on
Halme.
that side.
Well, it was an awkward one to defend, but smothered in the end by Berthier, the number 4. And Old Power regain possession on that far side of the court. Stephanie Bonik from the Netherlands goes again.
Goal.
It's parried into the net. It's 5 for Old Power.
White, please. Play.
Five 0. Could we have a 10-0 as Sporting did to Ikapa?
Well, I think at the moment Old Power hold all the cards, and Lyon just needs to find some kind of just make a dent into the defence. At the moment, they don't seem very troubled, the Old Power defence, really.
And this is not the way. They lost the ball to the other field.
White, please.
Ball over to Old Power, going for that corner again. Oh, clings on. The ball just rolled over her back. Well, here is another pose for the coaches. They're all on their hands and knees watching this game from trying to get a
Playing.
lower position.
Or praying.
Or practically playing. They are willing their team on, the Lyon coaches. As we are approaching half-time.
It wasn't a good day until now. They have 2 defeats. This is the 3rd game, and things are not looking well. They lost 13-6 with Ansa early in the morning, and afterwards 1-11 against Malmo. Ah!
Oh, wow. Well, just saved off the line. Good reactions from Kapila. Oh, and a quick return. Oh, nearly flicked on into the back of the net. Throw from Audrey Belkier. Here is Stephanie Bonik from the Netherlands. Well, the hooter's gone. The ball ended up in the net, but it won't count. Hooter had gone. It's
Half-time.
5-0 at half-time.
What would they say to them?
Well, from Lyon's point of view, they've just got to think about trying to get the next goal. There's no other real way they can really go about it. They've just got to be plugging away, keep going, keep fighting as these teams always do. And it's been a team, a competition full of teams who fight all the way to the very end, and it's credit to everyone really. And Lyon will be just focusing about trying to secure the next goal for sure.
And Old Power.
And Old Power. Well, 5-0, halfway there.
Just do what you're doing.
Keep what you're doing. I wonder a lot of times if in situations like this, for when a team is 5-0 up, just keep it simple. There's no point trying to overcomplicate things, really. Keep it simple. You're doing well. Continue doing the right things, and the result will come.
One minute and a half. The referees will check the players. The floor has been wiped,
Yeah, these
and we are
volunteers,
ready to play.
They put a lot of work in to make sure the game continues.
What a beautiful picture with the lights and the stars.
It really is a great setting here in Odivelas.
Yeah, Odivelas in Lisboa.
Lisboa.
Yeah. You call it Lisbon, but we call it Lisboa. And there's a music that says Lisboa Menina e Moça, which is Lisboa Girly Girl,
Okay.
something like that. Samir says, Ali.
Is that a cry for Lyon? Can they fight their way back into this? A lot of work to do.
So we have 12 more minutes or 5 goals for Old Power to end this game that it's not the hottest game that we've seen today. But it's a game. Let's play goal ball.
There we go. One final time today.
Oh,
Oh, it's nearly the perfect start, is it? No, not quite.
they tried.
Well, that's a bit of intent from this Lyon team. So into the final half of goalball, and Old Power just need those 5 goals to try and wrap up the game and finish off the day. Have Lyon got something to say about that though? Here is Audrey Berkier. Susanna Halme playing on the right.
Out, a little bit wide. I think that they still are aiming at us, but the volunteers are defending better.
Yeah, they're defending our commentary box very well today, the volunteers. And here it comes again. Good save though.
Look out! Quiet, please. Play. Look out! Quiet, please. Play.
Well, they're getting closer and closer. There's Susanna Halme, she's really putting the pressure on Nadège Berthier, number 4, defending this right corner. Over comes Belkier.
Goal.
Oh, and Lyon have hit back. Well, it's been a really good response in this second half from Lyon. They've actually come out with a bit of intent and tried to put the pressure on Old Power.
They deserve that.
They do.
They deserve that.
Still trying really hard to keep the pressure on in this game.
Out.
Quiet, please. Play.
And is it going to be another one for Lyon? It's just saved on the line. 8.5 minutes remain of this second half, and they found a way through. Oh, off the post and in.
6-1. 8 minutes and a half to go. 6-1.
And a timeout called here by Lyon. And would you like to just remind everyone of those fixtures for tomorrow? Just so everyone is prepared and knows what's happening for tomorrow.
Yeah. So let's remember the games. There you are.
Here we go. Let's have a run through of tomorrow's games. Of course, we'll have the penultimate round of fixtures to start it off. RGC Hansa versus IK. And Sporting then taking on Lyon at 10 o'clock. Old Power against Malmo at 11. And then we'll have our first playoff game at 12 o'clock, which will be Lyon taking on Moscow. Those are the teams that finished 5th in Group A and 4th in Group B, and that is for a place in the quarterfinals. So those are opening 4 games of tomorrow's round of fixtures. And then we move on to the final day, which will see the placing games and the semi-finals and finals.
So we're gonna have a pretty tight schedule tomorrow. and a lot of good games.
A lot of good games. This is where we'll get the knockout fixtures, and we'll find out who makes it through into the semi-final places.
White, please. Play.
Look out. Quiet, please. Play. Out.
White, please. Play.
You were tempted to think that after one goal, Old Power would put pedal to the metal, but they do not change the approach that they had through the game.
No, Lyon certainly in the second half have been able to really frustrate Old Power to an extent. It's 1-1 in the second half, if you want to put it that way. I think Lyon have just come out with a better approach, a better mindset for this second half, and have really started to, I think the word is frustrate, really, Old Power in the second half. But there's still time for Old Power to really rack up the goals if they can really build up some momentum, and Stephanie Bonick can be the person to do that.
But the pace of the game has gained some speed.
Certainly this last couple of minutes, although overall it's been a relatively slow-tempoed game, although there we go, that's the goal that we've been looking for. And Old Power now lead 7-1.
Quiet, please. Play.
So remembering our viewers, at this point Old Power is with 3 points, so it could get the 6 points to grow up in the charts, and Lyon starts this game with 0 points, so they really need to improve their result, because they're with the I Kappa with 0 points, so one of them will suffer more than the other. So it's interesting to understand who will be the last. But they still have games tomorrow. So
Absolutely, to
nothing is lost.
yeah, to finish off, we've got 2 more rounds of fixtures in the Women's Champions League to finish off the group stages. And a reminder that the top 4 will go and advance onto the quarterfinals, and then the 5th and 6th place team will play in a playoff for those positions. To
At this point,
the
those
overall
4,
rankings.
at this point,
At this point, we've got to be clear.
those 4 would be Sporting with 9 points, Old Power with 3 points, Ansa with 4 points, and Malmo with 7 points. Malmo have the 2 victories and a tie, a draw.
So at this current stage, if it remained like this, I believe it would be Sporting taking on Old Power in the quarterfinals.
Play.
In the semi-finals, I do believe, sorry. And then it would be Malmo taking on Hansa.
Okay. But this is all
Hypothetical.
hypothetical, because we have a lot of games tomorrow.
Lots of things can change.
And this game hasn't ended. And as we saw today, even when the game ends, he could have one more penalty.
Oh, well. We went into overtime, if you'd like to say that. Extra time. What an incredible game we had earlier. That's another one that I think we'd both recommend you go and watch again on
Yes.
our YouTube, on KuriakosTV. So substitution here for Lyon. Nadège Berthier coming off and will be replaced by number 8, Louise Ronde-Pierre.
Quiet, please. Play.
5 minutes to go. Oh, and it nearly just was trickling towards the goal line. It's the substitute Ronde-Pierre who comes on to save in the final few millimetres before it headed towards the line. Oh, and it just trickles in. It wasn't the most powerful of throws, but it ends up in the back of the net. It's 8-1, and now
Quiet,
Old
please.
Power are 3 away from claiming the victory.
4 minutes and a half to go. 8 goals to Old Power, 1 goal to Lyon.
And there's another
9
it's
goals to Old
9-1.
Power.
Power 9-1.
They expect us to say the result to change it, I think.
Well, it's starting to look ominous now for Lyon, and Old Power are 2 away here.
Wide, out.
Quiet, please. Play.
Ah!
Well, it ends up in the back of the net.
That was a missile.
Well, it absolutely flew down the centre of the court.
I don't know in who she thought when she drew that ball, but she doesn't like him.
Well, it split through the winger and the centre, sliced them open, going for it again, but the
What just
Good peel
happened? They put on the turbo.
just some nitrous boost. So 3.5 minutes remaining.
Old Power is 3 goals away from the victory.
Quiet, please.
And
Play.
Quiet, please. Play.
Well, suddenly, in the last 30 seconds or though, Audrey Berger, it's just suddenly, it's all got a little bit energetic all of a sudden.
Yeah.
The rocking of the crossbars and giving it their all.
what just happened?
Someone's just turned on the afterburners here.
This is not the same game we have been seeing.
2.5 minutes remaining.
Timeout. And the mopping is starting. 2.5 minutes to go. 9 to Old Power, 2 to Lyon.
Quiet, please. Play.
Look out. White please. Play.
Comfortable stop in the end, and it just trickles over the touchline.
Play.
Oh, and that's another one for Old Power. It breaks through this Lyon defence once again. It's 10-2, and now the team from Finland are 2 away, and it's a huge credit to this team with only the 3 players, and they've given it absolutely their maximum throughout the day, and they're going to be rewarded with 6 points. Can they just finish this game ahead of time? That is the question. Well, it's now a penalty as well to add to the punishment for Lyon. And this is to put Old Power potentially 1 away from victory. It's going to be Susanna Halme who's going to strike this one. Can she secure the 11th? She goes for the corner. It's well wide in the end. A reprieve for Lyon.
White please. Play.
1.5. No, timeout. Timeout for Old Power.
90 seconds remaining. And the Old Power team just seem very calm at the moment. They have this game under control. They lead 10-2. They need only 2 more to secure the victory ahead of time with that 10-point win. And goal difference could be another crucial factor in the overall finishing places in the rankings.
So here we go, going. 90 seconds to go. 91.
Play.
Here we go then, the final 90 seconds of the day.
Look out.
So now it's a question of honor to maintain the game until the end, to
Yeah,
make them fight for the victory.
we call it small victories.
Yeah.
You know, if Lyon can hold Old Power all the way to the end, that's another little win that they can add. I know it's not the result, and it's
But you can add that to your mental list of victories.
yeah. You know, Lyon haven't just collapsed.
Yeah. We made them suffer for that victory.
Yeah, they've made them suffer, made them work, and that's a huge credit to Lyon.
Quiet, please. Play.
And
White please. Play.
blocked by Stephanie Bonik of the Netherlands, and now here comes the response down the centre. Good save, just parried the ball in front of her.
There goes the bomb.
Here it comes, and it's blocked, and the volunteers are having a lot of work to do to
Yeah.
readjust the goalposts in the final few minutes.
And you need to give them the virtual hand clap,
Yes.
because they are doing such a great job, the volunteers. They are maintaining everyone happy, everyone fed, and well maintained. Last 18 seconds. There are 10 goals to Old Power and 2 goals to Lyon.
So here we go, final few seconds of day number 3 here. And Old Power are on the verge of moving on to 6 points in total in the group.
Yeah.
And there goes the hooter. It's full time, and Old Power have won this by 10 goals to 2. It's another really clinical performance from the team from Finland. And they now move on to 6 points. So just to confirm the points so far, we have Sporting on 9 points. We have Malmo on 7, Old Power on 6, and Hansa on 4, with Lyon and Aiki on 0. That's in the women's group. And the mutual respect between the two teams. And it rounds off another superb day of action here in Odevelish. The Super European Goalball League Champions League. Day 3 comes to an end, and we now head into the weekend where it's all to play for.
Yeah. Everything is still to happen, so don't lose any game. Don't feel the everybody needs to feel the need to see these games, and how all will went on Sunday with the new champions of Europe.
It will do. It's going to be a fantastic final 2 days here in Odevelish. I'd suggest you watch us right to the very end. It's going to be lots of twists and turns all the way till Sunday. Thank you very much for watching.
Now you can recover your breath, you can rest a little bit, and we'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Lisbon time. We'll be back, so do you. Bye bye. Até amanhã.